What is going on, guys? Lottery Stocks here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, today we have a lot of stuff to go over regarding AMC and a lot of DD that I wanted to touch on, and somebody's DD on Reddit that brings AMC share price to a crazy amount. Overall, I want to know your thoughts on everything, so drop it in the comments, hit the like, let's get into the video. So a lot of people are vouching for Adam Aron, basically trusting him, putting full faith in him, which I do understand because we have no other choice. But we saw AMC on the threshold list for 37 days, and then it disappeared after 26 settlement days with zero price action or explanation, and it's been down 34% since it went off the threshold list on March 10th, and 3 days after Adam Aron requested FINRA and NYSE to take a look at trading. And basically, when he addressed AMC was on the threshold list, 3 days later it got taken off with zero price action. Plus, remember, he contacted NYSE about the 43 million fails to deliver on APE and basically said there was nothing to see. He also came out and stated to us that he sees no signs of synthetic shares. Yet AMC's trading volume yesterday was 375% just for short volume that was traded on AMC stock yesterday in one single day, and we saw the off-exchange short volume at a whopping 46.928 million, so basically 50 million in a single day, and 72.88% of that was routed to off-exchange, aka dark pools, so on and so forth, just away from lit exchanges, and only 7% was processed on the NYSE. That is exactly why you see AMC share price kind of trade like an algorithm, and then it barcodes, right? Because that 7% is letting it be traded, it's letting the original volume be traded in the stock, and then it just barcodes because they're controlling it like crazy. Now, over 40 million shares were shorted at 100% utilization. How does this even happen, and why does this still make Adam Aron believe that there are no synthetic shares on AMC? Moving on, touching on the Ortex numbers before we get into the interesting stuff. 25.1% short interest on AMC, utilization still maxed out, shares on loan reaching an all-time high, and the cost to borrow average getting insanely high as well at 528% for an average and 855% for a max. So short sellers are paying at least 5 times their position to borrow shares just against AMC, and some are even paying almost 9 times their position, which is absolutely nuts. As for APE, 5.61% short interest, utilization maxed out, the cost to borrow slowly creeping up at an average of 3% and the max at 13%. Now, this guy's DD on Reddit, I don't want to cover the entire thing, but basically he goes down in the breakdown of the numbers as to what's going to happen after this lawsuit gets accepted, or after the settlement gets accepted with the lawsuit, the math, how many shares you own, so on and so forth. And he basically has a few different threads that if you want to look through them, this is his name on Reddit, u/savage_d, and he basically comes out to a number of how many synthetic shares there are in AMC and what the actual share price would hit. He's looking at a 39,657% gain at a share price of $15,556.91 and a market cap of 3.22 trillion. Some of these numbers are rounded, but if you guys do want to go pay attention and take a look at his DD, I will leave it linked down below if I do remember when I upload this video. I thought it was interesting when I was reading through it and would love to know your thoughts in the comments down below. Also, another day on Fidelity orders. AMC is one of the top most bought stocks on the day with positive buy orders versus sell order ratio, yet we are still dropping. This is day in and day out. You see these orders being routed away while they short the stock down, and essentially it seems like it's just a race to zero. Is Adam Aron on our side or is he not? Right before we get into the charts, if you guys want up to 17 free stocks, use my link, download Moomoo, make a deposit. You are going to start earning free stocks from there, plus a ton of other benefits such as a customizable earnings calendar, access to viewing other exchanges, trading options, going long, going short, and more. Also, guys, join the Discord, link under the video, where we talk stocks in there all day, so you won't miss an opportunity, especially if you guys like to trade or do want to start trading with a little bit of an amount, or if you ever have any questions, I'm sure people will answer them in the Discord. I'm in there on the daily as well, so if you guys want to join that, we also have options trading alerts in there and more. Let's get into the video. AMC is currently trading at $4.01, and I honestly don't have much to say, right? We have to keep it very simple. The share price is controlled. We're ping-ponging back and forth. What I can say is in the next few days, I think AMC is going to hit a relative low, not an all-time low under $1.91. I don't think we are going that low, but an all-time relative low around $3.40 to $3.30. And I'm going to be loading up and sticking to what I said around April 12th on call options for AMC a few months out. I'm looking for that mid-June spike to late June spike in AMC to have a major rip. Could it happen before? Absolutely, especially if this lawsuit gets wiped away and the reverse split / conversion / settlement happens. happens, all of this could change. The entire chart could change, the algos could change, so on and so forth. So just keep that in the back of your head. Touching on GameStop, $21.73, currently down 2.77%. I do still hold my temporary puts. I am still red on them because Theta ate them up, especially on these spikes over here. They were kind of just ping-ponging, trying to get people out of their contracts, whether you were in calls or puts, and this is exactly what you're seeing happen. But I am going to ride these out down to this gap fill. I think it is going to happen. I think GameStop is going to come down under $19, and that is when I will close out those puts. But overall, GameStop is playing out something like this. If AMC rips or if Bed Bath & Beyond rips, GameStop will follow. This is all my opinion, not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is what I expect going forward for GameStop. As for the S&P 500, we're trading at 406.85. Yesterday we came up, tested 412, got rejected, came back down today, and we bounced right off of this trend line right around 405.50. Now the SPY would have to break back over 412 if it can get a retest. Otherwise, I do think we need a retracement back down to about 404.50 or 404.30, somewhere in that zone. I think that is a healthy retracement for the SPY. A lot of people ask lottery stocks, do you still think the market is going to crash? If you haven't seen my video on the US is in trouble, basically, or whatever I titled that video, it has the information provided that you want to know the answers to. And basically, my overall sentiment is that the economy isn't strong enough, in my opinion, for the SPY to rally for another 10 years and enter back into a bull market. But you let me know in the comments down below what you think. Now, Credit Suisse investors apparently want the entire board put in jail, and Goldman Sachs was just fined $3 million by FINRA for mismarked sales. Yes, this took about 3 to 5 years just for them to get fined. Apparently, the SEC needs a ton of time to get the data that they need to be able to press charges against someone. And again, it's always a fine, right? It's never criminal charges. Not only that, but the fines aren't anything substantial, especially for one of these major banks. A $3 million fine for what they did as well. New York-based Goldman Sachs was censored and will pay $3 million for mismarking about 60 million short sale orders as long. Does that sound familiar? We literally just went over the price action on AMC. The same thing is happening with AMC. So yeah, in 5 years, will this come out and say, oh, you know, Citadel was fined $3 million, sure, but that doesn't change what happened to these stocks. This is the problem that the SEC has. This doesn't change what happened to retail's money, just like when the buy button was taken away. Even if they fined Robinhood, this doesn't change the people who lost money when the buy button was taken away. Now, FINRA charged Goldman Sachs less than 0.03 of what the company makes annually. So what they make in a year is 0.03% that they just got fined, which is not even a slap on the wrist. You wouldn't even feel that slap on the wrist. Goldman Sachs makes $40 billion annually and was fined $3 million by FINRA. But take a look at this, right? Chief legal officer and general counselor at Goldman Sachs is on the board of FINRA. Well, no wonder why they got such a small fine. Another conflict of interest. Why is this stuff legal? Apparently, the world's most shorted bank now is TD Bank, which is Canada's second largest bank. The short position against TD is bigger than that against JP Morgan, Bank of America, and Citigroup. Apparently, TD is the largest shareholder of Charles Schwab, which is likely the main reason behind the massive short bet. Also, TD Bank is in the process of buying First Horizon Bank. You guys use TD Bank? Are you short or long, or don't trade it and don't use it at all? You let me know in the comments down below. We just hit a 12-year high in bankruptcy filings in the first 2 months of 2023, which is absolutely insane. We also expect that number to go up as well. The month of April has barely started, and Apple insiders have sold shares worth of over $40 million just so far. Insiders that have sold shares include CEO Tom Cook, COO, Senior Vice President, and Apple's General Counsel. This is Tim Cook's first sell in almost 2 years. Now, you would assume these people don't need that extra side cash, so something must be happening with Apple very soon, especially these important insiders selling shares. You let me know what you are doing with Apple. Are you betting puts? Are you selling your Apple? Or are you buying more and betting against the insiders that are trading it? This is what I got for you guys for today's video. Overall, hopefully you enjoyed watching or found value out of the video. You let me know your sentiment down below. Drop a comment on the video, engage the algorithm, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed yet. I love you all. Lottery Stocks out.